Hello and welcome to another video. Today we have another special guest. Please welcome Ahsohn Williams. This is the surprise that you said? That's what you were in the bathroom for like 15 minutes for? I was wrapping my head. I was like, what is the surprise? I know it's like, you're in there for so long. You have to be doing something.
What if my surprise was, I'm going to shit in your bathroom?
That's what, for a second I was like, is the surprise you're just wrecking my bathroom? So this is Willy's chocolate experience in Glasgow, Scotland.
Willy's chocolate experience is so funny. It's also the name of my my mixtape in high school that I put out.
That was incredible. It was on SoundCloud, right?
Yeah, no one listened to it because R. Kelly had just put out The Chocolate Factory. But I had the last laugh with that rivalry.
Yeah, people now say you're way better than R. Kelly.
That is
but they
that is what I'm known for.
They do still compare you to him.
They do still make the comparison, but it is a favorable comparison.
Yeah, I would say maybe don't compare myself to him at all. But you still want to be compared to him.
I guess I invite the comparison because when I go around and I compliment people, like when I first met you, I thought you were a really cool guy, and the way I compliment people is to say, "Hey, you're nothing like Hitler." Yeah.
I do like that you do that.
Yeah.
Because
who most in the world would you not want to be like but Hitler? Well, I'm glad we got those two out of the way at the top of
You want to name anyone else?
Epstein, Stalin wasn't great.
Yeah.
I think that rounds out the list.
My mother's maiden name is Epstein.
I thought you were going to say Stalin. I was like, ouch. Well, I guess she doesn't have to worry about it because she took your dad's last name.
Yeah, well, now she has a different last name.
Oh, no, she
I have a
has a different
stepdad.
Okay,
yeah.
How's he?
Good. Last name Hitler.
Did she hyphenate? Her name is Janice Epstein Hitler?
Yeah.
Willy's chocolate experience. Now, is it called Willy's because, like, they don't have the rights to use Wonka?
100%.
Okay.
Dive into the whimsical of Willy's chocolate experience, a place where chocolate dreams become reality.
Chocolate dreams. Do you ever have chocolate dreams?
Yeah, mostly drowning in it.
Drowning in chocolate?
Yeah, stress dreams. I wake up in a hot sweat.
Freud would have a field day with that. He would say that you're probably attracted to black women.
Not like chocolate milk or something?
Chocolate milk? No. Freud doesn't care about what you eat for breakfast.
Well, my biggest complaint about Freud is I wish he would have more of an interest in my breakfast.
In breakfast cereals?
Yeah.
You should start a Freud-themed breakfast cereal.
Yeah?
Freudos.
Freudos?
Freudos.
Yeah, run the ad for Freudos right now.
Yeah, we'll be right back after these messages.
I have to shoot and edit a full cereal ad.
On film.
This is gonna
Freud would want it on film.
He would.
He's an old-timey guy.
He would want it on film.
It's cool. I got a bunch of people who would be down to be PAs on a shoot like that.
Great, because I only need... that's what I'm looking for first, is PAs.
Yeah, you do your call sheets in reverse order, right?
Start
at the bottom of the call sheet and work your way up?
Yeah, PAs are the most important for me. I'll worry about the director when day of, you know?
The director will fall in line. The director, Steven Spielberg, let me see who you got on the PA list first. That's what he's going to say. As soon as you hand him the script, he's going to say, it's a good script, it's fine, but I read a lot of scripts. Yeah. Who's below the line? That's what he's going to say.
But also, it's very clearly, this is AI imagery.
Oh, yeah.
This is 100% AI generated.
What do you think they typed in? Willy Wonka...
Well, they wouldn't have typed in Willy Wonka.
They would have typed in Willy's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Now, do we know if this is an indoor experience or an outdoor experience?
It is an indoor experience. You can find that information on the frequently asked questions.
Ah, okay.
People
I
ask.
would love to see what questions people ask.
Yeah. They have
First question, why is it not called Wonka?
yeah, and they have that on their website.
That's on their website. It's the first question.
Yeah, so they can have a legal disclaimer right below it.
Yeah. So we're like 3 pages into the experience, and they haven't mentioned candy or chocolate or sugar or sweet at once this whole time.
Yeah.
It's just a dark tunnel full of imagery, but it's like nothing, there's no candy yet.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they get sued if they mention candy or chocolate.
All of that has been trademarked by the Wonka people?
Candy has been trademarked. Chocolate, trademarked.
Yeah.
This AI image, the text at the bottom, so they just, I don't know why they left it in, because it's just gibberish.
Unexpected twits. It says unexpected twits.
But it's
twits.
UKX.
Well, that's
EP.
because it's in the UK. They did that on purpose.
Yeah, that's
yeah. UK expected
Scotland
twits. Yeah, that's
English.
But twits, I think, is an AI error.
Yeah, first one makes sense. Twits, I can't follow. Captivating entertainment experience.
No, I'm sorry. It's encheering entertainment.
It almost feels like it's if someone was listening to someone in a Scottish accent and they're trying to write out what they're saying, but not understanding that it is just English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now let's see what it actually was.
Okay, I'm excited. This looks like the holding area for the decorations before they place them in the real exhibit.
Yeah, you know? This is like a rough draft.
Yeah, they're like, all right, just put everything over there until we figure out how we're gonna.
Yeah, until the real props come in, until the real like set designers and art directors come in.
This is hilarious. They have that same chocolate bar in every area.
Great. And that's the whole experience.
No way.
And they had a lot of people show up. Okay, so police were called to a venue in Glasgow last weekend after...
No, wait, police were called?
So it was so bad.
There was a riot?
It was so bad that the parents called the police.
Something illegal is happening because this is crazy.
Police were called to a venue in Glasgow last weekend after furious families who had spent hundreds of pounds on the Willy's chocolate experience complained about the awful event that left children in tears and was abruptly canceled midway through.
Midway through, they canceled it? But they did have actors working it too.
Yeah, they had like, I don't know, actors as Oompa Loompas, as a Willy.
What were the Oompa Loompas called? Do we know that?
I think they just referred to them as Oompa Loompas.
Mm-hmm. In quotes, they had to do that. All the actors had to do that every time.
Every
kids,
time.
do we want to go hang out with the Oompa Loompas?
This is from the actor. We were told to hand the kids a couple of jelly beans and a quarter cup of lemonade at the end.
And they didn't even have that?
I think they ran out of jelly beans very quickly. They were giving like one kid one jelly bean.
So not even they like anticipated there being a lot of people there.
Yeah, the people running.
We'll probably only need like one bag of jelly beans, right? No one's coming to this.
We'll get like 5 kids to show up, maybe. The idea of lemonade being
lemonade,
like that is
not chocolate milk or something more on theme.
Yeah, no chocolate has been involved. Just
jelly beans.
A small lemonade stand that they're running at the end to give to children.
Well, they had to give something that like was like non-trademarked. You know what I mean? Jelly beans of some description and lemonade of some description. They couldn't just give out Hershey bars or something.
Yeah, they're preparing. They're in the grocery store preparing to get stuff, and everything is like brand name. They're like, fuck, what can we get? What can we get? Connell said that when he asked the organizers what he should do with the script, he was told to improvise.
That part he loved. He was like, okay, great. I can really sink my teeth into this.
Yeah.
Make some choices.
I really get to make it my own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, thank you, Mr. Spielberg, for trusting me.
Yep.
Have you seen this image?
I have seen that image. That's the one I've seen, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are they playing an Oompa Loompa?
They're playing an Oompa Loompa at a science laboratory.
No attempt at like any sort of scale thing, like in terms of like Oompa Loompas being small. It's just kind of like, no, it's a normal person dealing with normal, actually quite small science materials.
Yeah, they got the objects really small, but people are normal size.
They couldn't build a giant, like, you know, a scale microscope or something. They built those giant Mario pipes. They couldn't build a giant, you know what I mean?
Now they look even bigger. They're working with tiny little stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Which maybe they couldn't go small because they didn't want to get sued, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to go huge.
The Wonka Corporation famously owns people being under a certain amount of height, under 4 feet tall. Yeah, they've trademarked that.
They've trademarked under 4 feet tall, which is tough to
if you're under 4 feet tall and you say your height, you have to use air quotes. I'm 3'11".
Yeah, when you're at the doctor and they're taking your measurements, that's what your height is.
Yeah, I wonder how much they got paid. Did they say?
Hey, would you believe me if I told you they didn't get paid?
Man, that is crazy. I would have never thought that.
Would you believe me that they were going to get paid and then they didn't?
I would believe that.
Yeah, they were going to get...
What were they promised?
$500.
It's pretty low for a rate, like a hoodwinked rate. Saying you're going to give me $500 and not giving it to me is disrespectful. If you tell me, hey, I'm going to give you $10,000 for a day's work and then not give it to me, okay. Yeah. That's respectable. I get it. I respect your hustle.
Right, and that's what I did with my PAs.
Yeah, exactly.
So Kirsty Patterson says, I got stuck to the jelly bean bit, and by that point, I felt awful. There was a part where they were saying it was like a science lab, and you were supposed to hand out jelly beans, and by that point, they had run out of jelly beans. So I was just trying to make slightly exciting for the kids.
Did she have someone to report to when who was running this? Because when she was running out of not gummy bears, trademark. When she was running out of jelly beans? Who was she like, hey, I'm running out of jelly beans to?
I assume the person that ran the event.
They've not been seen since the event.
I assume they took whatever...
They're on a beach somewhere in Puerto Rico with the $500 they made from the event.
Yeah, the $500 that they were going to give to this
actress. Exactly.
They went, I'm set for life, baby.
Yeah.
At one point, they told us to get rid of the script. There's no show anymore.
Get rid of the script.
Just people walk through, and I think that's when it kind of fell off the cliff.
Oh, that's when it happened?
Up until then, it was running smooth.
Yeah.
We had 2 jelly beans per kid. We had a quarter cup of lemonade. Kids were absolutely loving it. But then when they told us to cut the script, that's when people started to riot. The actors are off script. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, exactly. I'm starting to think that these lines aren't memorized. I'm going to call the police.
They need to get down here and arrest these actors and actresses. Mm-hmm. That's who they arrest. Mm-hmm. And when you say walk through, how long are we talking here to walk through this event? They ask. I'm telling you, this would have taken about 2 minutes. 2 minutes for $50.
That's crazy. And you had like a whole day. This was like, man, we can go do this all day with the kids. And then now 2 minutes later, all you have is a crying kid and a whole day left of things to do. It's now 11:07.
You got here at 11:05. Yeah. I'd just go through again. I'd go through 100 times to get my money's worth.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to.
Just standing in line for like 30 minutes.
You're
in the line so
That's what happened to the jelly beans. They're like, I don't know. We're running out of jelly beans. This guy keeps going through with his family like 100 times.
Another character that was at this Willy chocolate experience was the Unknown. A new character that they developed for themselves.
Now, I like this. I like, if you just get... if you are going to do this, you got to have this. You got to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want more of the Unknown type stuff. Yeah, I like this.
Well, here's a video to show you what the Unknown was doing.
Perfect.
The soup flavor full of scary face. Oh my God. Scare the great unknown.
The Unknown was just hiding behind a mirror.
As like the actor who was working as like the tour guide guy is just like, I don't know, kind of egging the Unknown on. Like,
if you're the actor for the Unknown, they're handing out the scripts, handing out 15 pages to Willy, handing out 15 pages to Oompa Loompa, and then getting to the Unknown, you go, great, you're going to be on all fours behind a mirror, scaring the living shit out of children.
Who are already having a bad time.
Yeah, who are already so pissed they didn't get any candy, any drinks, and now they're going to be scared by someone on all fours.
It looks like the mask that Jim Carrey wears in the mask before he puts it on.
That's probably what they were going for.
Yeah, it is what they're going for.
That's I can tell that actor is like a Jim Carrey type.
The sides for the Unknown was a Jim Carrey type. What if the Unknown was like, somebody stop me?
It's an everlasting gobstopper. What was that?
What was that?
Just
so
concerned and confused on that.
And their answer has to be, well, that was the Unknown.
Yeah, and no further follow-up.
Yeah, there's no other information available. I'm sorry, kid.
I'm your father, and I will not be taking follow-up questions.
Yeah, no, that's it. I hate to make you do some editing. Can we pause to use the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be right back.
Oh. You come back with another wig on?
Yeah. Mustache?
Yeah.
Mustache wig? Alright, we're back. Now I should the bathroom.
So this is the guy who played
Willy.
Willy.
So I'll give you one of the lines from the script. I'm not going to do the Willy Wonka voice.
What's the Willy Wonka voice? Is it just an American accent, or is he doing Gene Wilder?
Well, we saw the video, and it seemed like he was just talking in his
was that him in the red?
Yeah, that was him.
Oh. Okay.
You saw that.
There's nothing about that says this guy is Willy Wonka. He's not wearing purple.
He's also just kind of off to the side. I mean, I thought he looked like a circus host, basically.
Yeah, like a ringleader.
Yeah.
Like T-Pain. Now, I would love to see a Willy Wonka experience that is set to the music of T-Pain. And the host is a T-Pain version of Willy Wonka. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
You walk in and I'm at the bartender. And it's like, that'd be great. But it's played by this guy still.
And he's like, I'm not going to do the voice right now.
But one of my favourite lines was, there is a man who lives here. His name is not known. So we call him the Unknown. The Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls.
That's the part that always gets cut in the movies.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a Snyder cut of the Wonka films that is much darker.
Yeah. Henry Cavill is Charlie Pocket.
Charlie Pocket? Charlie Buckets?
Charlie Pocket.
No, in this version, he is Charlie Pockets, though. Because, Buckets is... Again, Buckets is trademarked by Willy Wonka. That's why when you go into Home Depot, you can get a paint mixing stick and a paint mixing container.
Yeah, you can't.
It's not. Please, the employees will not call it a bucket.
Yeah, and you ask like, hey, I'm leaving for buckets. They can't respond.
Yeah, well, the only response they're allowed to give is to hand you a ticket to go see Willy Wonka. To go see the Willy Wonka experience in Glasgow, Scotland. That's what they do on the day one of the Home Depot training. So, all right, and if someone wants to get some wood cut, where do we send them? Oh, the wood cutting table. Very good. And if someone wants a paint bucket, we send them to...
Well, they wouldn't even say paint. They wouldn't even say
right.
that,
If someone needs a paint container.
A paint stick
container. Where do we send them? To Glasgow, Scotland.
Willy Wonka's chocolate experience. Or Willy's chocolate experience.
Willy's chocolate experience.
But now, to our favorite part, the script.
Oh, the script.
So, his name is Wonky Doodles. It says Wonky Doodles at McDuff's Chocolate Factory.
McDuff. What if all the food in his factory was like, because his name is McDuff, is all just McDonald's stuff? Please try the Willy McDuff double cheeseburger, also called the McDouble.
Also, the Willy McNuggets.
Yes!
For you kids. And there's a little toy for you each. It's a jelly bean.
Yeah. Now, I must ask, who among you has brought their sense of wonder? Show of hands, please. Audience members raise their hand, some enthusiastically, others more timidly. It's anticipating the audience reaction.
Yeah, they know exactly how each audience member is going to react.
Yeah.
Some won't raise their hand at all.
Yeah. Some will have to go to the restroom.
Don't let them.
They must not use the restroom. And who has packed an extra pair of socks? You know, in case that the first pair get knocked off by sheer amazement.
Audience
let's get a few hands remain raised.
Why a few hands were so some of them did bring extra socks? I packed so many socks.
The script says a few people will have had packed extra socks.
Don't let them use them.
Yeah, do not let them use them.
Okay, I think at this point in the audience, you'd kind of be losing them.
Yeah,
It'd be like,
it says that in the script. Some people in the audience will be checked out by this point.
Yeah, at this point, you have been talking for a long time.
Every line he says is like, all right, now before we go inside, but it's every line. Yeah. Before we embark, I must warn you, the garden has a way of...
He keeps turning like he's going to open the door.
Yeah.
Oh, before...
I must warn you, the garden has a way of enhancing one's emotions. So if you find yourself inexplicably joyful or suddenly bursting into song, embrace it. It's all part of the enchantment.
They enter and they start breaking out.
Yeah.
They start singing T-Pain.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hooked. What a heartwarming tale.
Thank you so much for coming and sitting on this couch, looking at all this crazy stuff with me. Do you have anything you want to plug?
I have a podcast called The Weekly Regular. It's a podcast I do with my buddy from college. Listen to my band. I have a hardcore band called Pseudo. Pseudo. Nico Epstein, Hitler, Sarandos. It's been a pleasure, man.